Hey everyone, and welcome to another Plotty Time Minisode. For those of you that don't know, these are little 20-30 minute tidbits. Let's give you a little bit extra content on your Monday morning so you can listen to it, I don't know, on your commute or while you're sitting at home doing COVID shit. I don't know what people are doing. I don't understand how other people do. Anyway, so this week I wanted to start off with a very brief recap of the game we just did, which was Alpha Prime. Now, this game, I said mostly what I'm going to say. There isn't a lot to say about it. I mean, it looked very pretty. It was mostly a Doom 3 clone, which is fine. That's a good game to clone. It was a pretty generic story. The story didn't grab any of us. It was just like, oh, the story seems stale, so let's go ahead and let's put in a spy plot. Bam, we got more story. That's kind of how it went. Everyone was going after the MacGuffin, which was the Glomar's heart, which supposedly could make some rare material that everybody wanted. So it was a MacGuffin everyone was going after on a planet that was mining and got shut down, whatever. It was fine. It was a fine enough story for a game where you're shooting space people. Whatever. I mean, there's not too terribly much for us to go over. So let's get done with that, because I want to talk about the next chapter in the IT Chronicles, which I guess is what I'm going with, because no one has a better idea. So, for those of you that haven't been paying attention, haven't been listening, what I've been doing is I thought it would be a fun exercise to kind of get back into trophy hunting. In my previous life, years ago on the PlayStation 3, I used to play games just to get trophies, and all that mattered was getting trophies, and I wouldn't play a game if it didn't have trophies, or if it seemed like the trophies were too difficult to get, which, you know, hindsight, locked me out of a lot of probably very good games, but, you know, it is what it is. So, since I've been out of that for years, I thought it'd be fun to take a look at what are the games that are very easy to platinum these days, usually, you know, like under an hour, under a couple hours. So, this week, we are doing the game called Mr. Massagy. The game made by Green Lava Studios, which is the same group that came up with one of the classic for Platinum Hunters, My Name is Mayo, where you literally have a jar of mayo on the screen and you just keep tapping it and eventually you get a Platinum Trophy. One of the easiest Platinum Trophies on any platform ever. So their next, I don't know, foray into the gaming world is a dating simulator. Now, this game, I'm not too familiar with dating simulators. I haven't played them very much myself. I don't know anything about them, except for the fact that maybe you're basically talking to people and have conversation prompts, and in these things you're trying to, I guess, score a date. So you're trying to get someone to date you. And that's the difference between this and, I don't know, a dungeon crawler where you're trying to get a sword or kill some demon or some dragon or some bullshit. So this game, it was, what I liked about it, it's something that I would never have ever played in my life if not for this project. I just, the idea of a dating sim where you're just going through character prompts never really appealed to me. But I will say I'm glad I played it. This game did not take itself very seriously here. It is super silly. It's fun. It's light. It was a perfect thing to play during our COVID quarantine shit times, to just kind of go in, enjoy, play something stupid, turn off your brain for an hour, and just have some fun. So, I mean, it's successful at what it does, and it was no way the worst game I ever played to get a platinum at all. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it or I loved it or I played it all the time, but it was fun. It was fine. It was fun. And now, moving forward here, I'm going to talk about the game, and there will be spoilers. So if you really, I don't know what kind of person you are listening to this and wants to not have a dating game spoiled for you that you never heard of. But if you're that person, you know, go ahead and log off now, because I'm going to spoil this shit pretty hard. In the game, basically, you play as a guy named Johnny, and he has 4 different online profiles, which we're just going to go ahead and skip over the fact that's a little bit predatory, you know, because one of his profiles, he's like the sensitive dude. In one, he's like the bro that just goes out drinking all the time, you know, and there's 4 different profiles, and it's a little bit of a predatory thing, just, you know, changing yourself and your appearance and everything else so that you can get a date. Massagy, his name is Mr. Massagy. The goal is to get on this app on his phone called Linger, which is, it's Tinder. Get matches with all the women on it, and then go on dates with them, and then get a massage. That's the point of the game, to get all of the women and get massages from all of them. And then once you get 3 stars, you get based on a rating system, 1 to 3 stars, 1 being you screwed it up and they ran away, and then 3 being you got a massage. And the idea is you go on all these dates, you get the massage, and when you get the massage and you get to that point, the controller vibrates in a different pattern, and that's like your massage screen, and you can cancel out of it whenever. I assume in this context, massage means you slept with these women, but I don't know, I guess we're trying to keep it G-ish, so it could be on the store. It's the game, like I said, it's fun. You select your profile, match, and you can match with any of the women anytime, except for the last, I guess, boss. But they go in a sort of pattern. The first woman you date is Rial, R-I-A-L, Rial. You just meet her at a restaurant. She's just this normal, bubbly girl that's very excited to meet you. She's adorable. And she's like, oh my God, I was just like looking at you from outside the restaurant. It was so cute. And you prompt her, you talk to her. It's the tutorial basically. And, you end up with the massage. After that is a woman named Nicole. I believe she's like 22. But they allude to the fact that she's a furry, but she's not like full out in furry clothing. For those of you that don't know, go ahead and Google furry. I'm not going to ruin it for you. I'm not going to ruin that surprise. I'm not going to take that away from you. Go Google it. I dare you. Turn safe search off if you want to be brave. But she has like these fangs, and she says she's a werewolf. She's a little crazy, but she's fun. She's like, oh my God, I was going to eat you. LOL. Ha 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 ha. And then if you say the right things, you get the massage, just like any other woman in the game. But also, it was a fun little Easter egg, little thing. If you pick the wrong dialogue options and make her mad at you, she'll eat you. She'll turn to an actual werewolf and eat you. So, I mean, this game obviously is not based in any kind of reality. You'll see as we get on with these dates how quickly it eludes reality. But it's, like I said, it's fucking stupid. It's fun. It's light. It's not the worst game I ever played. After Nicole, you can meet up. Again, you can meet up with any of these in any order. I'm kind of just ruining them and summarizing them a little bit. But you meet up with Martha. This is the one I didn't understand. She was a former model. This is in her profile. Former model. And now she drives a truck. She's a truck driver. And it's also the only character in the game you don't meet out on an actual date. You just meet over like a Skype video chat type thing. And she's just... I don't understand what the joke was here. I really don't. Like, was she supposed to be this, like, baity, tough as nails truck driver lady? It didn't seem that way. She was just a woman who was like, yeah, I drive a truck. What's up? Let's hang out. And you flirt with her on video chat. It's fine. I don't know. I don't understand this one. But is the joke that she's, like, a traditionally male job? Whatever. So then one of the next girls you meet is Sarah. She's 29. She's like a club girl, and she's looking for basically a sugar daddy situation. She doesn't really care about anything else. She doesn't... I don't know why, but in her profile it's like, oh yeah, I hate to dance. And obviously you meet her at a club for some reason. And you go through a lot of prompts, and you dance in front of her and show her how awesome you are. You don't actually dance. It's just like you hit the prompt, I'm going to go dance. Then it's immediately the next one. See how great that dance was? It's not that interactive. But she acts the whole time like she forgot that she was too cool for you. Like she forgot that you guys were going on a date. And eventually, you get a massage from her. And then the next one is probably the most interesting date, which is mayo. Now, mayo is literally a jar of mayonnaise. You may remember mayo and how they look because this game, Green Lava Studios, is the company that made the game My Name is Mayo, like I said. So one of the easiest platinums ever. This is like a nice little callback, throwback to that game. There's actually a trophy. If you keep clicking on Mayo 10 times, they give you a trophy, and it's like for old time's sake or something like that. But you fall in love with a jar of mayo. It's a joke. It's, again, ridiculous, crazy nonsense, stupid prompts. It is what it is. It's fun. It's whatever. You can't take this game seriously. We'll get into the wrap up, but let's keep going through the ladies. Which you have next is Janine, who is an alien. And I don't really remember much about Janine's story, except you say the right things, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not really from out of town," ha 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 ha. But she's an alien of some sort, and you say how you're into her and whatever. She's a little bit one of the harder characters to get a massage from, but if you follow the prompts and say the right things, you'll make it happen. The next is Dorothy, who's actually a cow, an anthropomorphic cow, not like a gross "I hate this old woman" cow, but like a real anthropomorphic cow. So you talk to her, they talk about hooves and other cow jokes and whatever. You end up with her. Get a massage. And then there's the next one is Anne, who is a very pretty girl on the beach, but as it turns out, she's actually a ghost. Spooky. So you talk to her through these prompts. You find out, you kind of help her realize that she's a ghost and she's dead. And at the end, she's like, "Oh my God," that's like, you find out how she died. I guess she was a surfer and she hit a bunch of rocks and died. And she had barnacles on her or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know what the joke is there, but and then at the end, she gives you a massage somehow. The ghost gives you a massage because you said the right things. Obviously, the ghost is also on a dating app, which is strange, but whatever. We're going to let it go because it's fun. It's a fun time. And then after that, you meet, and I don't know how to pronounce this, Papuaye, Papu-Aiye, Papaayu? I don't know. But you go on a date with this woman, and as it turns out, this woman is actually just a picture of a woman on a pillow. That's right. The Japanese, I don't want to say Japanese, I guess that's not entirely fair to just blame it on one country, but we've all seen these, like the life-size body pillow with a woman drawn on it, and people are like marrying these things and hanging out with them and treating them like their dates, which, hey, where floats your boat? Where blows your skirt up, I guess. None of my business. That's for damn sure. But it's pretty funny when you try to go through the prompts and date her and get a massage, because every time you're just talking and there's no answer at all. It's just silence, and then you just keep talking, and then through your talking, it becomes like a little bit more manic, a little bit more stupid, a little bit more fun, and eventually you fall in love with her and you get a massage. Here's the thing, though. This is where I feel the game really, really missed out on an opportunity. This would have been amazing if you went to the massage portion, which again was another section where it would just say, "They're giving you a massage," and the controller vibrated in a pattern. But it would have been great if the controller just didn't vibrate. Like, there was no massage. It's like, it's a fucking pillow. Yeah, it didn't give you a massage. That would have been hilarious, but they didn't do it. It was a real missed opportunity for a solid bit. But that's all the women. That's it. This game is not long. And then you run into what is called Sonia, which is a anagram, Sonia. I forget what it stands for. I probably should have wrote it down. But she's a digital woman out in like cyberspace, and she has analyzed all the dates you've gone on with and all the interactions, and she's quote unquote the perfect woman, even though she's out like in cyberspace and the internet. She's not physical, but she, you go through it. This is like the final boss. You can only get to them by getting 3 stars on all dates, and eventually you just do that. You get a massage from her, and then that's a game. It's a very long prompt for her. It's a big boss. I guess if you didn't have a guide, this would be very difficult to get to the end, but you eventually do, and then that's it. That's the whole game. That's your platinum. I remember, okay, so when I got this game and I first bought it and then hit the download button, between me hitting that download button, following a loose guide, still having some time in there to have a little bit of fun, laugh a little bit, have whatever, it was an hour. So if you didn't care about anything involved in this game and just wanted that platinum, this is probably, oh man, I'd say maximum 20 minutes. There's some trophies you have to farm. They're pretty easy. Like, you have to fail 20 dates, but you can just click on the same woman's profile and then fail the first question. That's it. It takes you to the menu, and then you go back in and fail over and over and over again. So none of the trophies are difficult, especially because you can just go through like a trophy guide that has all the prompts down and tells you exactly what to click on. So this is a very, Very silly, very quick platinum. So this is a story podcast. Let's talk about the story a little bit. There really isn't one. I mean, you just talk to these women and then get a massage from them each individually. There could be a million more women. There could be less than two. It doesn't matter. They're all going to be the same amount of gameplay. It's not really a story to it other than you're some dude named Johnny who's trying to get laid. And the Johnny, your profile picture is essentially, what's that guy from X-Men? The Steel dude? Ooh, it's escaping me right now. But you look like him, like a chiseled dude with no face. And that's all your profiles are, and there's different pictures for each. It's stupid, it's fun, whatever. So, would I play it again? I mean, it's fun. Like I said, it's stupid, it's fun, it's light. Go for it, play it again. As far as games I've played strictly to get a platinum, like this is miles ahead of Orc Slayer. That game was a piece of shit. As far as Nubla goes, I mean, Nubla was like an arty game, and it was a whole different thing, but that was also good. I'd say Nubla was good, so this is right up there with that. It's a different kind of fun. It's not exploratory or anything like that. It's just silly, and you can, the replay value isn't that great, because you could go back and look at prompts and see what's going on for replay's sake, but that's about it. Like, there wouldn't be really any reason to play it again except to see what the woman's responses would be. The one thing I didn't really like about it is there are no real stakes involved at all. Like, if you try to date, I don't know, say Janine, the alien woman, who you do date in a field, which is pretty great. But let's say you go to date her and the date doesn't go fantastic, then you fail it, you drop out, you keep doing it, eventually you hit it. But even if you fail or succeed, you can just re-swipe on the app, redate them like nothing ever happened. So if you fail, it really doesn't matter. And I had a feeling from going through the guide on what to say to all these women, to get the platinum, to get the 3 stars for each one, there's a lot that were just like, pick 2 or 3 or pick, 1 or 3. And they were very clearly the correct thing to say in the situation. Like if the woman was like, oh, I'm just out here in the woods, I just love it out here, and you respond with the woods are bullshit, then you'll fail the date. But if you're like, oh yeah, the woods are really nice, or oh, I don't know much about the woods, tell me more. Like that's the kind of thing you're dealing with. It's pretty obvious what will move you forward and what will end the date or maybe not destroy it. And I think the only one that was really tough, well, Janine was a little tough and Sarah was a little tough because you don't really know what her deal is. She's the one that's like just looking for a sugar daddy and didn't want to dance but met you at a club. So you had to act like this asshole alpha guy to get a massage from her. I don't know. It's very weird. But to summarize, do I recommend this game? I think so. Like, just as a game, it was very cheap. I think it was like $4 or $5 or something like that. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of time, but it's something you could play with people that don't really play video games at all. And, as long as they have a sense of humor about it, they could play it and enjoy it and go through the prompts. And it'd be fun. It's light, bright, breezy, great for our shitty times that we're going through right now. And a super duper super easy platinum. So you need an easy platinum? Go ahead, check this out. Go for it. It's great. That being said, I don't know what game I'm going to do for next time yet. Last week I did a mini-sode on just the Quiet Man because I wanted to talk about that more. I kind of do these after we record the week's episode, so if I don't have anything to say, I'll just pick a version of the Numbed Chronicles. I don't know how many more I'm going to do, probably at least 3 or 4. But I hope you guys enjoy them. If you really enjoy them and you want to tell us all about them or suggest other platinums for me to get, send an email to plottytime@gmail.com, and either myself or Chumpslap will absolutely read that. If you want to get to us faster on the socials, just go ahead and hop over to @PlottyTime on Instagram or Twitter. We definitely monitor those all the time. And if you really want to help us out, go ahead and head over to our YouTube channel. Just search for Plotty Time, and you'll find us. We're not hard to find on there. It has every episode, every minisode. Really helps you get around the work filters. If you could like and subscribe on there, that really helps us out. So that does it for me for this week for the game Mr. Massagy, the light, fun, stupid dating sim. Give it a shot. Why not? What do you got to lose? And get that platinum. And I will talk to you next time. Later.